Mic check. One, two. What's up? Yo, thanks, man. How's everybody doing? Man, I got this, I'm trying to, like, troubleshoot some stuff today. How's everybody doing? This is, like, a last-minute thing. What are you guys up to? Whoops. Guess it's not gonna work today. That's alright. Damn, it's fucking dark in here. Hold on a second. Turn on some lights. Some lights. There we go. So anyway, mostly I'm doing this stream just to like catch up with people about this little contest we're running on the Discord. I know I keep fucking talking about this shit, but I've noticed there's been a lot of submissions already, and I'm wondering how many people are still out there working on the less is more challenge. Is anybody in the group right now messing around with it? So people that... Did you really? God damn it. So the less is more challenge, man, there's actually, if you don't know about it and you're got the day open, maybe you'd be interested. Subscribe to the Discord. If you go into our Discord, I'm just shouting it out again because it might be fun for y'all. Let me move myself out of the way here. All right, so if you go subscribe, click that link, come into our Discord, go to sample swap, hit this pin over here, and you can read all about this little fun production challenge we're doing together as a group. So if you're off in the world working on your own, hey, join our Discord and fucking come work on fun projects. I don't know what the next one's going to be, but this one's been a lot of fun. I've been challenged on this one. Yeah, I feel you. So we already have a lot of, and also shout out to Dybbuk, man. He really has been, what the hell? That's funny. This is pinned for some reason. I like that that's pinned on the production talk. Yeah, shouts to Dybbuk, man. Dude, I really appreciate everything you've been doing. It's been really helpful, amongst other things. It's just been inspiring me and probably everybody else to work on this shit. And yeah, it's coming together great. If you go into the announcements section over here, you can see all the people that have submitted stuff for the challenge. It's not really a challenge. I guess it is a challenge. It's a personal challenge, you know? We're not challenging each other. Although we are going to pick some of these to check out on the stream. And we'll talk more about that tomorrow. Okay? Is trivecta meant to be pronounced in German? I don't think so. That's a good question, though. You should fucking hit him up. He's in the Discord somewhere. I bet you if you message him, he'll come. He'll answer your question. Droidson. What are we doing today? I don't know. You know, I was trying to troubleshoot something. What do you want to do today? Trying to figure out why I'm having so much trouble with my stuff. It's like technology doesn't work when you need it to. I spent like the whole week trying to set some new shit up in the studio, and it's just not working. It's like really disappointing. Oh, I think I may have actually just got it to start working. Work! Maybe not. Oh well. I want to show y'all some shit. It's been pretty cool. Oh well. Just hanging out with people that don't understand how to use technology. It's always fun, right? Whoa. Oh, I got it. Wow. Let me set this up. Check this shit out. Move myself back over here for a moment. Boom. I've been doing a lot of like messing around with this oscilloscope. It's been fun. I just made a a new trailer for the page, for my Twitch page. Twitch. Did you see it? Did you guys see it?
Right and wrong.
Check this out. What the fuck?
Did you see it? Did you guys
Whoa.
see it?
Inception.
Check this out. What the fuck? Did you see it? Did you guys
Whoa.
see
Inception. Can I look at my...
Whoa. Inception.
I don't think it'll let me... Can I look at my... I guess not. Never mind.
I don't think it'll let me.
Fuck, dude.
Can I look at my...
I guess not. Never mind.
I don't think it'll let me.
Fuck, dude. I guess not. Never mind. Man. So annoyed. But anyway, so long story short is I've been playing around with Blender and this program called Aussie Studio. And I've been doing a bunch of fun shit with oscilloscope art and stuff like that. It's been pretty cool. It's cool having it like just on in the background while you're working. It's like a little friend that you have that's just doing shit. It's like a little Pokemon kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like in World of Warcraft when you have like a pet or something. Check it out. I might have to turn the volume down on this one. It's cool, like the volume is like the size on here. Let me go up a couple octaves. So cool. So there's a bunch of like Max for Live plugins that that do this kind of stuff. There's like a bunch of math spirals. So turn the volume up on this a little bit. Come on, I want to get some actual spirals. Ooh. What the fuck? I always kind of feel like I'm in like a... Interesting. Oh, there we go. I kind of always feel like I'm almost like in like a laboratory, like with a microscope, like discovering some kind of life, like in the center of an atom or something. You know what I mean? Is that too loud? So, let me show you something cool. I'm gonna save this. This is my challenge that I've been working on in Ableton. I was gonna fuck around with this on stream today, like maybe I will in a minute, do some sound design and shit, but I've been fucking having a good time playing around with this oscilloscope. I just want to show you something. So one of the guys from the Discord. They're called Sound Thief. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Have you talked or engaged with Sound Thief? Let's see, Blender. So we've been going back and forth, like sending each other files in Blender. New Blender build, by the way, for Blender nerds out there. But man, you can do some really fucking cool shit. So check this out. Let's see. Aussie Studio. Shout out to Hansi Raber, who designed this program here. It's a oscilloscope sequencer, oscilloscope music, like creation DAW, which that connects using a Python script to Blender. So you can turn geometry in Blender. Here, watch. I'll just start a new one. Oh, I don't want to save. Is that too loud? Check this out. Oh, I gotta move this. There we go. Can we move it over? So now when I go, I can, here, let me make this full screen. Whoop. Thing about some of this software is that it is very finicky. No. Did I just quit out of Blender? No, I didn't think so. Oh my gosh. Disconnect real quick. Yeah, okay, so some of this software is a little finicky. It doesn't like to talk to each other sometimes. But anyway. So check it out. We got a cube here in Blender. And you can see on the oscilloscope, I'm going to turn this down a little bit. Woo, there's our cube. And you can move it around a little bit. Oh, got to turn it on. There's our cube. You can put an LFO on the movements as well, which is very cool. And then you could do other really interesting things, like you can do a grid. What? Woo! And I could talk through my microphone. Hello? Please, let me out of this cube. I'm stuck. Help me. Help me. Oh my gosh. I know, this is like Space Odyssey 2001. Dave? I can't let you do this, Dave. So, what's really cool is that you can get really creative inside Blender. I'm just using a cube, right? But Sound Thief, I sent him some object files. Let's see. So here's check this out. You'll let me open some of these? Cannot read. Why? What the fuck? Try to open some shit out of oscilloscope resources. There we go. So I think this was the one. Yeah, there we go. This is for our Discord group. Shout out. Probably should move this over here. Now it's in focus a little better. Feels like I'm playing with like a really alien technology, you know? Kind of sounds better without the attack release. There's actually some really kind of nice noises you can make with it. So volume is like size. It's like really inspiring, you know? So we made all kinds of shit inside Blender, which is fucking, I don't know. It feels exciting, you know, to be kind of like feeling like you're on the edge of some kind of technology, playing around with this shit. Oh, this one wasn't quite finished, I don't think. Nah. Something. What else we got in here? That was the single diamond. Was it this one? I guess it wasn't that one. Open. In the box. Something. Was that my desktop? Nope. Nope. Not the downloads folder. I probably should have organized this before I started fucking around with it. I'm so sorry. KTN in the box. No, this is when we tried this one too. So we were trying all different kinds of ways of like disconnect. We were like trying to do stuff where, like, as you see, we like kind of moving this. Oh, like try to kind of do like a 3D thing. Doesn't really work. There's a lot of experiments that didn't really work very well. Damn. There's one that was funny. Was it this one? No. I think this was just a single diamond, yeah. Anyway. It's been an experiment that's been fun to mess around with. Just kind of learning what everything does. Oh, what's going on there? Anyway, this is like turning the sound design thing on its head. I can get lost doing this for fucking hours. Anyway, I just thought I would share that with y'all. It's been kind of an interesting little... This is some coronavirus shit. I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for the fact that we're... Oh, Aussie Studio quit. Yeah, some of the let me turn this off. Some of the software is a little buggy, but it's cool. It's fun, especially when you're starting to try to stream it. It's like a mess. Everything starts fucking breaking. I need to get a better camera too for the oscilloscope. This one just keeps getting disconnected. I've been trying to order some. They're like almost on principle. I don't want to buy a fucking $70 camera for $300. You know what I mean? So I'm going to get it going one of these weeks. So, how are you all doing? Sorry, I'm just like in full nerd mode. I just finally got an opportunity to get my studio today. Sorry. You guys follow me on all these weird tangents, and I appreciate it. I literally just hit stream and just started like fucking around. Like no one was watching, and that may have been annoying, but I'm glad that you're here. Glad to see you. Wait, I want to... What are you guys talking about? This reminds me of hell from 20... I feel like I need to go back to the beginning. I was like zoning out. Olan Sound, Health and Mana, Hollow Monster, Quantum Logic. New people. UK own. Mind control robots. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back to the oscillator thing, or the oscilloscope thing, once I've kind of like stabilized everything, because I'm not... First off, it's a couple of things. Partially, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just playing around in Blender and Aussie Studio, so there's like a whole bunch of layers of technology. So I can't really answer too many questions other than if you want to join the fun with that, join the Discord and message me and message I don't know. Maybe you shouldn't message Sound Thief yet. Maybe I should talk and see if that's cool. But you can message me. We'll figure out this shit together. It's fun. I made a video. I want to fucking play it for you guys. I can't play it because I can't find my shit. Hold on. Play it because I can't find my. This is like, shit. How can I play my trailer for my channel? Play it because can I play it? This is like, how can I play? Can I go to my clips? How do I get to my clips? What the fuck? Do I go here? Go to my clips? How do I get to my clips? See, I want to be careful about clicking around in the back end of my shit. Do you know what I mean? Do I go here? How do I get to my clips? See, I want to be careful. Oh my god. Clicking around in the back. I'm so sorry. I'm the most annoying person to watch fucking stream. Anyway, if you check my clips, I made this whole thing using the oscillator or using the oscilloscope. I like recorded the oscilloscope. Oh man, it was so cool. Honestly. It's back online. Anyway, like I said, I just like it. It's like a little spirit. It's like the visual interpretation of the shit we're working on. Anyway, I started working on a new version of this idea too, by the way. I got all kinds of cool drums going on in here now. Trying to figure out what the right way is. If it's like doing some halftime D&B on this shit. Whatever you call it. Just beats. I have like a couple different ideas that I was messing around with. Working with me on this kind of shit, it's either going to make you feel really good about what you're doing or really bad. Probably really good. Because honestly, I haven't been putting the kind of time I should into this challenge, but it's been fun. I actually spent more time making drums than usual. I went back in. I like watched the stream I did making drums. I was like, damn, dude, I was like really fumbling around on the last stream. But I did end up making some drums I was happy with. Like between the session I did before that, the session I did on stream, and then afterwards, these drums. I think these ones came out pretty good. Just layering break and then the snare. I made some drums, some snare and kick. I feel like the kick is especially solid. Like that layered with Dybbuk snare. Got a longer one and a shorter one. Hats feel a little robotic, but that was kind of intentional to some degree. I had this shit too. I thought I had hats in there. Oh, is that it? Yeah. I think last time too, I didn't really have like the side chain right. Those ones sound pretty okay. I was trying to go for like some Still Gray type shit. Still Gray type beat. Do you remember that tune? Pendulum? Still Gray? It's fucking pretty dope. Like kind of liquid tech drum and bass. I was thinking too, like this thing could use some kind of interesting modulation. Yeah, right, dude. Then I was gonna like chop up her vocal. This is gonna take a transformation between now and midnight. I'm gonna work on this shit tonight. Some more. Before the deadline. I'm gonna work on it all the way up to the end. But also, like, the other thing too I need to work on is I need to add some flavor to the shit. Like, try to make some cooler sound design. I feel like I don't know. I've just been being like kind of like a bitch lately when it comes to working on this shit, you know? I don't know what my problem is. Remove multi-selection. Is it cool having that there? It's like not really that helpful having the oscilloscope there. There's all these different modes too. Hold on. Check this out. I like how this thing like periodically shocks me as well. I really feel like I'm dealing with a like an alien artifact. Why do you like talking to bots? J Anthony 910? Do you like talking to bots? That's interesting. Maybe you're like me and you just get hung up on just random shit. I get hung up on weird shit like that too. Where I'm just like, why doesn't this work? I'll like spend a whole day trying to figure out why something doesn't work the way I want it to. I think that's good. Honestly, it's like kind of off topic and annoying to do it in a chat, but I feel you on that. That's kind of part of the reason why I set up this oscilloscope is to just get it to work. And actually, like, a lot of the fun for me sometimes is just getting something to work. I don't even actually like use it to make anything. I just want it to work properly. Like, I always saw videos of people messing around with this stuff. Whoops. Sorry. I remember one time, it's cool having an oscilloscope in your house to do things. Just like look at a sine wave. It's not as beautiful as you might think. Let's do a... Did my camera freeze? No. It's weird. It's aliasing because it's moving so quick. The camera shutter speed, depending on what frequency it's at. It's almost like, you ever seen like a video someone took of like a helicopter blade spinning? Sometimes it looks like it's standing still. You get it like just the right frequency, like stops on on one. You can see more than one cycle. Yeah, dubstep basses don't look that cool through this thing, honestly. Detuning. Got a lot of glide on that shit. You know what it reminds me of? It's like, I don't know why I think of like a pet in World of Warcraft or like Pokemon, or it reminds me of like having like a little oscilloscope in your studio. It reminds me of like, I remember when I was a kid, my friend, he had a duck. They found a duck in the backyard. It was like a baby duck, and they put it in a box in the house. And I came over there one day to play video games. I was like, oh shit, you have a duck. And I was probably like, I don't know, 8 or something like that. I kind of feel like that. It feels like you have like nature in your house. It's like, you know what I mean? Like that kind of like science experiment kind of vibe. See, like, look, check it out. I'll pull up some of my presets that I made. Embrace the insanity. Here, I'll use some of Divik's shit. See, but I wonder if you take this off. Turn this up. See, anytime you put any distortion or anything on it, it's like almost instantly the shape goes away. It just turns into like noise, basically. By the way, all this stuff's, these are all bass noises and shit from people on the Discord. Some Dybbuk Reese. But it shouldn't be under... See, now it's on XY mode. So let me try something real quick. I should be able to. I think make a circle. So how would I do that? I would rotate this by panning. Is that right? Turn this on. Yeah. Shouldn't really affect the sound too much. Well, that's odd. We'll check it out. I'll just use a regular sine. Oh, I didn't realize there's this on here. Oh, interesting. It's so much louder that way. But look at this. I'll just use like a utility. And just pan here. See what it does. Okay, that's L and R. Width. Does that do anything? No? Gain's going to be size. So I wonder why. So this rotates the sine wave left and right. That's interesting. So I wonder what's going on over here. Got any ideas, anybody? You can kind of see it drawing it. That's interesting. So what happens if I put an LFO on here? Put it on. Actually, I'll do it in the matrix. Huh. Got a little wobbling. Just changing filters. Wow. Look at that. Feels like you're creating life. Of some kind. Put Skrillex's photo in wavetable. If someone makes the patch real quick. I forgot how to do that. How do you do that? You have to, it would take some time. You got to make it like super high contrast, black and white, right? And then you can load a photo as a wavetable. If someone, does someone got a photo that really works really well? I've never really done that. I think I did it one time a long time ago. I'm just going to tell you right now, it's not going to look like what you think it will. It'll just look like a mess. This is very cool though. Holy shit. So let's see. Interesting. So what happens if I take that down a bit? Take down the... Wow. Like, what do you think that means? Did I just discover some ancient language? Maybe. Maybe I did. I could see why someone would think that. You know? Fuck, dude. What does a chord look like? It's not gonna look like. Ooh, maybe I was. Wow. Good suggestion. That's fucking weird, man. Look at that. So there's one single note. When you add a note to it, the dissonant chords, they look dissonant. It's pretty interesting. I was reading something about there's some chords like that were banned by the church, by certain I think it was Catholic Church. Do you guys know about that? Because they sounded like evil, they sounded bad, dissonant, like just evil, like they had an evil vibe to them. So they're just banned straight up. It's not in any of that music. Is that interesting? You can kind of see that though, right? Some of those dissonant chords, they just yeah, there's something about visually and sonically how it makes you feel. It's interesting when you had the octave, isn't it? I mean, I don't know. The dissonant chords and tritona chords, and they were not actually banned. Yeah, I think there was yeah, I think there was like a specific chord. It was like Satan's chord or some shit. Do you know what it is? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Satan's chord? What are demonic chords? Oh, a devil's chord. All right. I feel like some of this shit's gonna end up taking me some weird, you know, conspiracy fucking theory site or some shit, and I'll get like banned from Twitter or Twitch. Well, maybe that's another reason to get a oscilloscope, right? I mean, think about how much fun this shit could be to play around with this stuff. So is it just the cutoff that's doing that? What the fuck? So strange. So what happens if I put a... Here, let me init again. So let me put auto filter on a sine wave. Dude, I'm so confused. Anybody have any ideas why phase? Okay, here we go. Interesting. So a lot of these Max for Live plugins that that these guys are designing, Hansi Raber and Geraldine Fenderson, these Max for Live ones down here. Do I still have it loaded up? I got a fuck ton of them. Shit. Hold on a second. It looks like all they're doing, well, I'm not going to try to make it sound like it's easy, but it seems like they're basically just... Ooh, this is a cool one. Let's check out this guy in the oscilloscope. Wow. It's a beautiful butterfly. Yeah, so it's like just taking some looks like in that case some sine waves, and there's some detuning going on, and there's some oscillation of the phase. Huh. Yeah, this is an LFO here. The speed dial down here. Oh, you guys can't see what I'm doing. Here, let me move Ableton over so you guys can see what's going on. I think all these are just, in Max for Live is just doing what I was doing kind of with a filter. Which was controlling the panning and the phase, frequency cutoff. They probably have more than one oscillator here. Ooh, that's a pitch modulating. Let me stop it from spinning around and see what that does. That sounds more aesthetic than it is affecting. Ooh. Yeah, it's more of an aesthetic effect. Huh. It's kind of cool. I noticed like what were we doing before? If you just put like a was I over here working? Yeah. It's really cool like just putting distortion on it. You can see how the here, let me start over again. Wait, what the hell? Oh, I see why. I got this filter on here. Sorry. Alright, I got this slowly spinning circle. Let's see. I'm going to put some distortion on it. Turn this up a little bit. There we go. You can watch it turn into a square. Try different tubes. Well, they're not really tubes, but you know what I mean. Emulated tubes. Ooh, look at this guy. What happens if I put OTT on it? This makes it bigger. The one we were having a lot of fun with before I started streaming on here. Let me turn this down a little bit. Was the Ableton saturator. This thing like fucking check this out. Put it on Wave Shaper. Oh shit. That looks like the Metallica logo, the new one. Or the newish one. What was the other thing? Digital clip, sinus. What is it? Sinoid fold? Need more volume. Wow. It almost looks like Rez. Woo. So you can use those like Max for Live plugins that they designed, but all it's doing is just a combination of this type of signal flow, you know? Feels like we're like, I mean, it's super inspiring, right? It feels like you're kind of like traveling inside of a fucking electron. And you realize that the closer you get to the center, shit. The closer you get to the center, it's like you realize that like you're looking at our own universe. I love that idea, you know? It's like everything is like, you know, like waking reality is really complex. And then you zoom in, you zoom in, you zoom in, you zoom in. Everything's like a single point. You zoom in on a single point. And then you realize that there's like all this energy and stuff going on there. It's like actually really complex space. That's all being created with one beam, almost like an Etch-a-Sketch of energy that's being shot out onto the front of this tube, which is the oscilloscope. That's one stream of electrons that's shooting on the screen like that. So if you imagine like an electron Etch-a-Sketch. Kind of makes you think maybe that's how all of reality works. It's possible. Why not? Maybe I just created a fucking universe by pushing that button. My keyboard. Is that wild? Is that too out of the box? Is that possible? Am I fucking just high as shit? Have you guys seen Devs? Have you seen that show Devs? That show fucking sucks. I hate that show. I hate it for a whole bunch of different reasons. Oh, sorry. Some people were like, "Oh shit." I like that show. I'm sorry. It sucks though, man. You know what? It could be really cool. Like imagine if, okay, so what the fuck is that screen? I feel like we're doing the same shit with this oscilloscope that they're trying to do, right? With their like algorithmic probability, you know, I guess the premise is that They have a supercomputer that can predict where every particle in the universe is and what it's doing and its trajectory, because we live in a deterministic universe where there was a fucking Big Bang explosion, right? And it sent all the energy in the universe itself into this giant like expansion. So imagine like if you had like a pool ball, like a cue ball, and you like fucking hit it and it hits the rack, and all those balls, like you could actually put all the physics information of your shot into a machine, and you could actually predict where every single ball is going to go, right? So imagine blowing that up onto like a massive scale, and you could predict everything that's ever happened and everything that will happen in the universe, which means that none of us actually have any free will, because all we are is just pool balls that got hit by a cue ball. We don't know who the prime mover is or what the prime mover is. We don't know who the guy in the bar with the pool stick, we don't know who that is that hit the cue ball into everything else. I guess the point that they're trying to make is that fucking, what's his name from Parks and Recreation? What the hell's the guy's name? I guess he's supposed to be like the guy, the prime mover. He's supposed to be God or whatever. But I feel like the technology and everything in that, and like I feel like they could have made those kinds of points in a more poetic kind of a way. I don't know. The acting was fucking horrible. Ron Swanson, yeah, he's supposed to be God. He's trying to bring back his his life, which is also just a trope, right? It's like every fucking show has that. Remember Westworld did the same shit with Arnold Bernard, same guy, where he's like, wants to bring his fucking daughter back. You know what I mean? Oh shit, they cut us off. God turned off my camera from the other side of the simulation. Sorry, I just ruined the whole show for you. I'm so sorry, dude. Jesus. Fuck. But imagine if God was just some fucking idiot like me playing around with Ableton, and I created your whole existence with an auto filter and a fucking utility fucking stupid ass plugin in Serum. Do you think that's possible? Do you think it's possible? Yeah, you go like this, right? If you want to make it talk, you go, right? You just type it in here. Hello. My name is Ron Swanson. Does that work? I don't think it does. I don't think I did it right. How do you do it again? Tell me how to do it. I forgot. Oh, okay. What should I write? Dubstep. Boom. You're right. Here, let's look at the wavetable. There it is. Gotta go up. Oh, I see. I got my auto filter on here. Hold up a moment. Damn, I gotta bring my shit back online. Hold on a second. Let me bring this camera back online. Figure out what the dysfunction is here. I think we're getting too close to the truth. This should work. What's going on here? Boom. Whoa, you can see my feet. Ew. Disgusting. Good thing I had pants on. Good thing I had pants on. I probably should have some socks on. That was disgusting. I'm sorry. I had to look at my toes. That's the worst. It sounds like shit. Here, let's try. What should we try to type in here? I am Ron Swanson. I already know this is not going to look good. Let's put a little LFO on here. Turn the time all the way down. Whoa! I am Ron Swanson. So how do I get some fucking 3D action? Put the auto filter on. It doesn't really work. Do you know what I did see though? Check this out. I think I downloaded the Max for Live plugin. They made one where you can type letters in. That's in my download folder. Blub text. So this one I can type. I see something come out of there. Did my shit stop working? Oh. Hello? Oh, there we go. So I can type in this little box. Oh, sorry, you can't see it. So I can type in this little box down here. I can write Ron Swanson. Should work. Backwards. So I bet you if I put a utility on it and I flip the polarity. There you go. Boom. Type it backwards. Wow, you got a fucking genius over here. I just fucking with you. Hell yeah, GXG music. That's what I should be doing. Instead, I'm fucking typing Ron Swanson into this stupid ass thing. Damn, why is there this blue light in the background? That'd be awesome if in devs, like all their work they were working on, they just were trying to do this. came up on the screen and everyone's like, holy shit. What happens if you put delay on it? What do you think? Let's predict what's going to happen. I would say that it would make, depending on what we put the settings at here, it will repeat the image. It'll repeat Ron Swanson. It'll go, Ron Swanson, 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 Swanson. And depending on what the settings are, well, let's try it. Let's see what happens. Each iteration, I think it's because it's got that filter on it. Let's see what happens if we do ping pong on it. So in order for it to make a 3D image, it needs to have L and R signals combined. The oscilloscope's in XY mode, so it takes the left signal and the right signal and it plots them in a 3D, air quotes, space that creates the letters. But if when you have it on ping pong, it just throws the left signal, right signal, left signal, right signal. So you get the image and then you get left signal, right signal. So it's just going to look like a cross, right? But what are these other ones? Fade, pitch, jump. Oh, I gotta take out ping pong mode. Jump. Oh, I think I gotta change the time. So let me take off sync. Oh shit. MIDI jam. Yo, what's up, Team Easy? My man. The text plugin is, if you go to it's a Max for Live oscilloscope plugin. So Max for Live oscilloscope. This one. So if you go to oscilloscopemusic.com, there's a whole list of patches over here. There's some pretty cool ones for sure. But I think one of the coolest things that we were doing just a minute ago was kind of from the ground up, taking a sine wave, turning it into a circle, and then getting the circle to spin around, and then getting it to kind of like turn into like a slinky almost, and then taking that and, you know, shaping that image using a saturator or distortion. And then you can create all these really complicated images. I thought that was really cool. So, thank you for hanging and creating life from a single point of energy. Maybe. I don't know what we're doing. That's what it felt like, though. This has been my TED Talk. Ring mod. Yeah, let's try it. Fuck yeah. Let's try it. Let's start from scratch again. Just because it feels more wizardly to do that. Is that a word? Is wizardly a word? Oh fuck, I destroyed our Ron Swanson fucking patch. I'm a fucking monster. Oh no, it's still there. I'm on the wrong channel. Great. Wait, what is the fuck is going on here? The thing has like a life of its own now. All right, I want this to stay. There we go. All right, what do we want to do? Ring mod? Let's try it. Let's give it a shot. I'm just imagining this idea that we're creating like a universe, and we're putting ring mod on there. What was I gonna do? Oh, I want to use frequency shifter. Right? Now imagine doing that, and it's like we've created this universe. It's like there's life. Oh, let's turn volume up on life. It's just floating in space. Not even space. It's floating in the void. And then... what the fuck? Holy shit. How come I'm not getting any rotation? Y'all see what I'm doing? I don't like the way that it's moving around like that. How do I stop? There we go. Well, there you go. I mean, we got to the root of how they were making some of those other images, like the butterfly, for example. This is just a sine wave, right? But you got all those petals on the flower or the butterfly wings. If you saw in that other Max for Live patch, they're doing that with ring mod. So thanks for the suggestion. But I like the idea that that's like a universe that we're creating. This is how the dinosaurs died. Put frequency shifter on a stable universe. Ah! Whoop. Focus in on that shit. There we go. All pass filter. Let's check it out. Check it out. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh. Let's open this filter. Let's open the circle up. Open up the pit. Circle pit. All right. So, all pass filter. Let's do it. Let's do it back here. Filter. Multi flanges. Miscellaneous. All pass. What the fuck? Oh, I was just changing the amplitude. Oh, this is turning into a square. Hold up. Yeah, you're just driving it into a square. Do full. Play around with the pan. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of cool. It's not that. It's not as exciting as I would hope it to be. Whoa. Comb filter. What do we got? Here, let me take the unison down. I'm going to take this off too and make it a circle again. Turn it up. Ooh. I want to make it a little bit more circular though. How do I do that? Oh shit. There we go. Make it a little bit more circular. There we go. That's cool. Oh, you can make spirals by like... It's kind of interesting. I'm sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. What did you say? You were talking about putting a Right, gotcha. Hold on. Let me turn this off. All right, got my circle. Yes, let's try doing a comb filter. Let's see what it looks like. Comb. Whoa. Turn the volume down. Turn it into a square. Play with the cutoff. Let's try. It's because it's super drive. Shit. I think it's like doing a comb on a sign is like not really. Let's try a different shape. Oh wow. You can make like little Tetris pieces. Oh no. Hold on a moment. My camera fucking shit the bed again. Nope, that's the one I want. One moment. One moment, please. Oh, what a piece of shit this camera is. This thing's fucking with our vibe over here. I forgot what I did to fix it last time. Oh my god. I'm telling you, we're like we're playing around with. Oh, you know what I did? I did this. Boom. All right, I'll remember that next time. I like this right here. I like the fact that we might be able to make some shapes that might be a little bit more complicated. We look at what we got. Let's see what we got here. Nice. What? Whoa. This comb filter tends to do that when I have the resonance up like that. So I'd have to put like a, you know, like a LFO on this in the mix. Just going through filter modes. All right. What was the next thing that y'all wanted to try? Disperser? Disperser maybe on a different shape, like a saw. Or should I try doing it on this? Disperser. I mean, it's just gonna. Let me try a different shape. Try a square. What's going on here? Let's cut off too low. I don't know. It's doing like some FM in the top end or something. Well, my favorite shit is this fucking ring mod, dude. You can see the cycles when it's down this low. You can see like you can see how fast it's spinning. See that? Can we go even lower? Yeah. Look at that. Then you speed it up. There's the single point. There he is. There it is. Then you speed it up. String theory right in front of your fucking eyes. Right? No? I don't know. Then you go frequency shifter. Fuck! You can tell I've been playing with my kid for 5 years almost. I've been playing with a child. As he's been growing up, just getting into that zone in your mind is great, you know? So maybe you go back and you look at some of the stuff we were playing around with earlier. Fucking camera. Let's go. Boom. There you go. It seems a lot less mystical. It seems less mystical now. Right? Because Blender now we kind of know what Blender's doing and Aussie Studio's doing, right? Goodbye. Now we kind of know what it's doing. We kind of know how it might take geometry out of Blender and send it to Aussie Studio and kind of what's going on in the background to turn a piece of geometry into a sound. It'd be cool to do it vice versa, right? Like to put a sound in, like, you know, render a sound using an oscilloscope and then take that information and turn it into a 3D object. That'd be kind of interesting to do. But I lack the ability in many ways to do something like that. It's kind of interesting to think about, though. Holy shit. Fucking really strange shit. Anyway, sorry. It kind of removes a little bit of the mystery, though, doesn't it? Some of the mystery. There's still quite a lot of fuel for the imagination here, but I don't know. There's something very inspiring about fucking around with this shit. You know what I mean? I want to get better at playing around playing around inside Blender. If you want to see, I mean, I already suck at a lot of things, but man, if you want to be really frustrated, fucking, I should start streaming me fucking around in Blender. This is still the most fun to me. I want to look at Chichino's baseline through here. It should just be a sine wave, I think. Let's take a look. Yeah. I don't know why that shit doesn't work. I gotta do some reading. There we go. You know what? I'm the wrong person to ask a question like is Cinema 4D better than Blender? Does somebody know in the chat? I know that there's been a big update with Blender from the last time I used it. I started using Blender a couple years ago, and it was very difficult to use, like at least for me, because there's like just wasn't very intuitive. But this new update made it a little bit more user friendly, and I've seen some pretty cool shit you can do in Blender. Like I saw you can do obviously 3-dimensional stuff, but I saw you can do 2-dimensional animation inside Blender. It's open source, so people make weird shit for Blender. Like the community's always making weird stuff for it. I don't know anything about Cinema 4D, so I like communities of weirdos, obviously, like ours. I like weird creative people that are like, hey, why don't we do this? And everyone's like, why the fuck would you want to do that? And it's like, I don't know. Why not? Fuck you. Like, use Blender to make oscilloscope shapes. It's like, who the fuck wants to do that? I don't know. Why not? Yeah, Andy. What the hell is your name? Andy's 3? Oh, Andy's ill. Yes, I agree with what you just said. I would say the same shit about DAWs, right? Someone's like, what's better, Fruity Loops or fucking Ableton? I'd be like, oh, Ableton. No, I'm just kidding. I would be like, it depends. It depends on what your workflow is like, you know? I think in the future, a lot of these DAWs, you can kind of quote me on this. Not that anybody gives a fuck what I say, but maybe one day someone will look back and be like, damn, this motherfucker was onto some shit. I bet you one day soon you'll be able to have a DAW. It's just a creative workstation that you can do music in, visual art, film, editing, After Effects. You can do it all in one DAW that is very modular, let's say. And yeah, it'll just be the real basic framework of a sequencer. And very much like with Max for Live, you'll build the whole environment using components. That's my thought. And that's a really exciting way to think about making art. And I think, yeah, it'll also be immersive. Like, you'll be able to design a AR environment to actually create in as well. That's my thought. Yeah, I agree with the modular thing. Like, I hope that model gets used for good instead of evil, because I feel you on the piecemeal fucking rent to own subscription fucking BS, pay to win, whatever the fuck, you know, just it's like your studio's like DLC content or some shit, like fucking Fortnite, like gamifying making music. Yeah, I'm always really suspicious of people that start gamifying things and making it where you buy the thing and then it's like, oh, the thing isn't great unless you buy this other thing. And then there's a constant like rotating like display cart of like new shit that you need to buy. I hate that shit. But that's why I like Blender. You know what I'm saying? That's why I like a lot of free open source stuff, because you end up with a community of people that kind of like make it their own over a period of time. Remember like back in the day with like Minecraft, when people used to mod Minecraft? I guess they still do, but back in the good old days when I was just a young whippersnapper and there was only, you know, there was vanilla Minecraft and then there was like all the mods that you download from the community and like put textures, like Fallout 3 textures and shit. Yeah, people that are trying to turn music into loot box bullshit. Man, there's this fucking video. Here, let me show you this shit. I'm not gonna play it, but watch this shit when you get a chance. It's Folding Ideas Fortnite. Oh, I spelled Fortnite wrong. Manufactured discontent. Watch this shit when you get a chance. It's fucking crazy, dude. Manufactured discontent is when you hook people on an idea with a freemium model where to play the game is free. Except at every corner you're reminded that the game fucking sucks unless you put money into it. And in Fortnite, for example, it's things like costumes and fucking stupid dances and shit like that, right? And like just aesthetic, you know, bells and whistles. But that is actually the game. The game is actually, you know, your social interaction with other players in the game. So you're not cool and you're not a part of the culture unless you have some kind of like stupid hat or like, you know, whatever it might be. I've never actually really played Fortnite too much, but after watching this video, I was like, oh shit, this is starting to make a lot of sense to me. And actually, like, a lot of people do it in music too. It's like the old thing with like, you know, does having the newest pair of like basketball high tops and basketball shorts and all the new shit, does that make you a better basketball player? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But it looks good. It looks like you know what you're doing, right? I kind of feel like that's the same thing with music, like with software and, you know, do you have this new thing? Do you have this new thing? It's like, at the end of the day, when you start breaking, I mean, I think it's kind of related to what we were doing with the oscilloscope. It's like, when you start breaking things down to their core elements, you realize that some of the things that you think are really sophisticated, they're not actually that complicated when you really break it down. Chances are, like, you can kind of do a lot of things on your own. And that's why I think moving forward, I mean, I just think about it with DAWs. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about all the things you can do in a workspace now. Like, back in the day, you had to have an engineer. You had to have different kinds of engineers, too, in the studio. Like, mixing engineer, like someone that's going to mic up drums and guitars. And there was a lot of roles for people in the studio. Like, a studio was like a bustling ecosystem of different jobs. But now, a DAW is, I mean, I think it's kind of expected now that you write all the parts and you mix all the parts and you know how to do a lot of different kinds of things in the box, right? Do you know what I mean? So I think it's just pushing that even further, where it's like, oh man, a lot of times a musical idea comes along with a visual idea, or vice versa. Wouldn't it be great to be able to generate visual elements in the process of creating a sonic idea, right? Or, you know, I don't know. And And of course, to the point you're trying to make, Andy's ill. Having a modular environment, there's so many spaces there for some fucking middle person to jump in. I mean, look at with streaming. I just got into streaming recently, right? With Streamlabs and Stream Elements, all this shit. It's like the some of the platforms make it feel like, oh, you want your shit to be relevant, you want your shit to look good, you want your shit to be engaging with your audience. Like, pay us $10 a month and you can download all these fucking generic overlays that look like fucking Fortnite, don't they? It's like DLC content for your stream. Here, get this fucking overlay and this stupid, you know, when someone subscribes, it makes a fucking fart noise or something stupid. You know what I mean? Or like a kazoo going. Wzzz. It's like you can, it's like everywhere you can customize, they have like a panel for you to buy in. And it's free to download the like the actual like framework. I would hate for Ableton every time you like, you know, it's like, oh shit. Maybe he'll even hear you talking. It'll be like, oh, I need a new snare. And it's like this little pop-up goes, boop. And it's like, what kind of snare are you looking for? Do you want a snare like this? Oh, explain to me what kind of snare you want. Ding. And you're like, oh, I want like a trap snare from this song. And it's like some algorithm goes, here you go. I took all the guesswork out of this for you, you know? And that'll be, don't worry about it. We'll automatically charge your credit card. It's fucking $10 a month or something. You know what I mean? You just make the dumbest music. It just sucks. It's fucking Fortnite music. You know what I mean? Yeah, it'll make money. Dude, you know what? I fucking hate that shit. I don't hate you. Obviously, I don't hate you. I don't hate anybody. But I hate that rebuttal. You know? Maybe you hate it too. That just, yeah, it's stupid, but people will, like, it'll make money. You know what I mean? Does that make me a fucking pretentious, idealistic fucking douchebag, dickwad? I fucking hate people like that. I hate both ends of the spectrum. I hate people that are opportunistic, but I also hate pretentious buttholes of a person. You know what I mean? On the internet. It's just like, oh, like fucking the shit you're doing is too lowbrow for me. I like fucking some archaic bullshit that was made in 1995 on a real 303, not fucking whatever emulation. I can hear the difference because I'm a fucking hipster dumbass. So I hate both. Maybe I am both. Maybe that's why I hate it so much, because I'm describing myself. I don't hate deadmau5. I don't hate deadmau5. I love deadmau5. I think he's interesting. He's an interesting person. He's a fucking asshole, but I think he would even admit that, you know? I don't think that's a particularly edgy take on deadmau5, right? But he does hate a lot of shit, you know? But I think that comes with being old. I'm kind of getting old too. We're the same age, me and him. You just look at reality and you're just like, fuck, dude, this place is fucking full of morons, you know? And then, obviously, except for me, I'm not a moron, right? Oh, I remember what I wanted to do with this vocal. Part of the reason I wanted to do a stream was because I like guys like deadmau5. You know? I like watching his streams. I used to really watch him a lot, a long time ago. And I found them to be really interesting. Because it was like stream of consciousness, you know? I was like, oh shit. You know, this guy... There's a lot of people that stream like younger guys too, like Virtual Riot. Sorry, I didn't have able to turn up. I feel like his approach is way more like I feel like he definitely walks into all this stuff with like an idea of exactly what he wants to do. He doesn't bullshit around as much as yours truly or Deadmau5. I think because at the end of the day, hearing yourself speak sometimes for certain people is like therapeutic in some ways. You kind of just get ideas out. You know? Sometimes they come out and you're like, oh, probably shouldn't have said that. Too late now. Thankfully, I haven't done that yet. I feel like I stand behind most everything I say on here. Virtual Riot is a way better person than Deadmau5. You sound like Virtual Riot's mom or something. How do you know that? I'm not going to make any comments on either of those guys, but that's an interesting assumption. That's the internet for you though, you know? I'm not trying to talk shit either. I just think that's funny. It's interesting. We live in a time where a lot of people make a lot of assumptions about people we don't know. You know what I mean? Based on what we see on the internet, right? It's true. We're just like, man, this guy's a fucking, based on what I saw on Twitter, this guy's a fucking piece of shit, right? In some cases, that might be a legit, I'm not trying to tell you what to think or anything like that. I'm just saying sometimes the internet isn't exactly indicative of who somebody is, you know? I think it's an element of their personality, you know? And some people turn it on and turn it off. You know? I would say that I'm very much like this, like all the time. If anybody knows me out there. There's some people in the chat that know me. I feel like I'm always in this mode, whatever this is. I try to be nice to people. I try to call people out though too, you know? Like if someone says something, I'm like, hey, that's actually kind of interesting. Let's talk about that. I don't agree with you. You know? I think that's like, some people like to hang out with people like that and some people don't, you know? I think it can be really irritating to certain people to hang out with somebody that's like always trying to like analyze. I wonder if all of these bass sounds need to be improved. You know what I mean though, guys? Just about personality, like who people are. Some people don't even know who the fuck they are. I don't always know who I am. I find myself soul searching a lot about what I think is important and, you know? Anyway. Let's see what we got here. What are you guys talking about? Cancel culture. Welcome to the cancel culture. Deadmau5 is an asshole though. No cap. Nero is a better person. I don't know. I mean, I've hung out with Deadmau5 a bunch of times. I think he is, like I said, I think that he would even admit that he's an asshole sometimes, right? I think he does a lot of things that are probably regrettable. He probably looks at, a moment where he was just talking off the top of his head, pissed off. I think that's one of the problems of streaming and putting if you create, so let's put it this way. There's some people out there that are just fucking totally, I think by most anyone's moral compass, they are pieces of shit, right? I can't think of any better example for me personally than fucking Donald Trump. But guess what? There's people that love this fucking guy. You know what I'm saying? They love him and they identify with him and they see the good in this person. I don't know Donald Trump. I didn't go over his house. I don't fucking, you know what I mean? I don't have anything in common with the guy, obviously. But it appears to me that the guy is a fucking raging piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? For a number of different reasons. You can put that on a continuum, and you can say like, okay, so I'm going to use him as a baseline and compare a bunch of people's personalities to this person, and then I would look at someone like Deadmau5 and say, hey, he seems like a nice guy. You know what I mean? I mean, he's not racist. You know what I'm saying? He's like got a strong opinion. He says some regrettable things. I'm not going to make any excuses for some of the shit that he said or whatever. I don't know everything that he said. He may have said some things that I'm not aware of, but more or less, I think he's just like a disgruntled guy that's got a lot of opinions, and he says what he's thinking. Which, sometimes that can come off pretty gnarly. I mean, he said some pretty negative shit about me in the past, and then I've like hung out with him at later points and kind of realized that like some of it was totally in jest, and I'm a sensitive guy. Like it pissed me off, but I think that maybe there's some things that I think there was something he said about Slushy that was definitely way over the line, and I like Slushy too. He's a good guy, but I'm just saying there's a sliding scale out there of who's bad and who's good and how bad they are and all that kind of shit, right? But yeah, I don't know. We live in a fucking crazy time, man. I mean, if the internet just decides that you're over the line at a certain point, you're fucked in a huge way. And I don't know if there's any way to come back in certain cases, and y'all are mentioning some of that right now. It's hard to go on Twitter and just face the reality of kind of what we're all playing with. It's like, I just think about being at the wrong place at the wrong time, and something bad happening, and me just eating a fucking hot dog in the background, just like, ooh, what the fuck? Someone like takes a video or takes a picture of something going on. I'm just sitting there hanging out, looking like nothing's wrong. Like, Jake, you fucking piece of shit, you're done. You fucking hot dog eating motherfucker. Yeah, eating meat is morality is an interesting, just, it's funny how all of a sudden 2020, it's like it's a matter of just personal opinion, what is right and what is wrong. It's really kind of, it feels like in all the years I've been on this planet, it feels now more than ever, like it's up for interpretation. What decency is and what like respect is and all that kind of shit. It's really kind of crazy. And it's because of the internet, plain and simple. It's because the internet's created this other, like all these little multiverses of reality. But it's also exposed a lot of, you know, in real waking life, there are multiverses, microcosms of reality for certain people, based on a lot of different points, race being one of them. So there's the good with the bad. It's really interesting, you know. It's scary too. Kind of feels like shit, you know. We're going through a major change in culture, and feels very uncertain, you know, at the moment. But I think we'll get through it, you know. Because the alternative is just to be like kind of nihilist, like a nihilist about things, and just be like, you know what? Maybe we won't get through it. Like, maybe we won't get through it. Maybe like fucking from now moving forward, you know, for the rest of our lives, it's just gonna get worse, and it's just gonna become more conflict, and you know, I mean, there's definitely people that think that way. I don't know that that's productive. And it's also like your mind is very powerful, and if you fixate on that kind of energy, it has a funny way of manifesting itself into the world, right? What's up, Christian? Well, thank you, Zach. If anybody did something nice today, thank you. Little nice things go a long way. They really do, I think. Did my camera fucking shit the bed again? It did. I think I figured out how to fix it though. Did it work? It did. Alright. I'm talking too much shit. I guess the point is this. There's the main point that I wanted to make is that you should maybe I don't know if this is like is this an edgy thing to say? I think maybe in certain cases, I don't feel like that's a powerful enough statement. I think in a lot of cases, this is a much more powerful thing to say. You should hold off your judgment on whether or not somebody is good or bad until you've gathered some information about them. Is that too wishy-washy of a statement? Versus simply creating an understanding of somebody from Twitter in particular. Unless they did something completely heinous on Twitter, which, like, you know, I don't know. Is that too wishy-washy? Is that enabling to say that? Does that make me an enabler? It might. I was saying before, the reason why I like Discord and I like Twitch is because it's like there's like discourse versus Twitter, which turns into like nuggets of thoughts. And sometimes there's a full coherent arc of an idea. Like you have like a premise, you like make your statements, and it kind of like has a narrative, and then at the end you have this conclusion, and people go into this mental process to arrive somewhere with a thought. And on Twitter, it's like you have 140 characters or whatever it is to make your case, your arc, and then your conclusion. And I think the problem on Twitter is that you say something and it can get taken totally out of context, right? Because someone can quote tweet you, or they can miss that there's a thread. You forget to mention something really important in your first tweet. So and you can't edit tweets, so you have to like amend your tweet. And then someone sees it and they're like, oh, look at this fucking asshole over here, like, shooting from the hip with this hot take, and he sounds like a dumbass, I kind of feel like Twitter, that's the home of Twitter, like that's like what it's all about, I think, is just hot takes, and who can say the most kind of hot button thing to get the most retweets, whether it's like righteous or nasty, you know what I mean? I think it's kind of like super polarized. So like if you say something really cutting and you fuck somebody up on Twitter, boom, that's like, people love that. They like, there's some catharsis there because people are so pissed. But also like, there's a lot of that too with like righteous indignation, like just justice, like internet justice, like, and people might not necessarily know the story or the context. They just like the beat down, They're like, fuck yeah, this motherfucker looks guilty to me. You're done. You know what I mean? And it might be something stupid. Obviously, there's serious situations that deserve the beat down, but there's no discourse really, Like, it's just kind of people log on to fucking fire a shot, I don't know, man. In some ways it's good. In some ways it's really not good. Takes all the nuance out of people's lives. Who gives a shit, right? Fuck it. I don't give a shit. I need like a fucking what is it called? Like a Tourette's guy soundboard. I want to make like a... What in the shit is going on here? What the... Oh, is this going backwards? What the heck? Neurofunk. Let's take this off. Where's my filter? Filter cut off. There you are. Do I sound like a dick? Jake, the challenge ends tomorrow. You think you'll get it done? Maybe. I hope so. Not... What the fuck just happened? Maybe, but not doing what I'm doing right now, which is procrastinating. I am totally being a procrastinator in a big way. It's emerging I want to go in here and I want to remove some of these frames. Like this shit. What the hell is that? I would like to remove you from my universe. Goodbye. Too many frames. Oh, that looks more interesting. See, the growly noises don't look that cool on the oscilloscope. They just look like a... Do you like my shirt, Sam? Oh, someone had a question about what Droidson. I think he may have left. I don't know if he's here anymore. I don't know. He had a question. Maybe he's gonna put it in Discord. He wanted to know like the origins of Trivecta, like the name. Oh yeah. By the way, what do you think of the fucking the Mega Collab? So good. Oh, and then we go in here. Add some little just some little details that go a long way, right? Less is more. Less is more. Less is more. Whoa, that one looks kind of cool. Damn, Zach. My man, Zach's hooking up Trivecta. Yo, Sam, you're going to stream soon, huh? Cool, we can raid Sam. Wait, you just finished streaming? Aw, man. I thought you were going to stream at 5. Oh, it's 5 your time. I fucked up. I'm so sorry. Well, maybe next time. Whoa. Do this shit. Sync. It's so great. Here, let's try a different wavetable. How about that? Wow. Fly, damn, you are annoying. He who's awakened. Disease. My gosh. Sorry. That caught my eye there for a moment. I was just gonna say, after fucking around with that oscilloscope for a while, I feel like signal flow all of a sudden in your brain, it's like almost like it awakens some kind of like visual neuro pathways, neural pathways, neurons are firing in your brain, and all of a sudden you're like, oh shit, now I can connect these two things, and like in your brain there's such a strong connection all of a sudden. Maybe we went on for too long doing the maybe we fucked around for too long with the oscilloscope. We probably did fuck around with it for too long. That's a pretty aggressive dubstep friend. So just the name of the game for me is just maybe just go up, go down 1 octave on this one. Sick. Maybe we went along the ride, the logic ride, or whatever the fuck. We're getting too existential, just talking about how things relate to one another. Maybe we went on for too long doing that, but I think it's important sometimes to just go down the fucking rabbit hole, you know? And just wonder, like, what does it all mean? What do I like? What do I think about what's going on around me in the world? And not just be like, yeah, fuck this guy, fuck that guy. Sometimes it definitely is like, fuck this guy and fuck that guy. I'm not saying that that should never be the vibe. Because some people are definitely pieces of shit, right? I don't know. Just talking. Just thinking about stuff. Dun, 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 dun. How'd that look on the oscilloscope? Well, thanks. Thank you for listening. Well, so this has to transform between now and tomorrow, or now and tonight. There has to be like some kind of cool fill, and then I was thinking it would go into like a cool sound designy thing eventually, and then maybe a drum and bass thing. Maybe lose this shit. You know, it'd be kind of interesting. What if I put this fucking, just for fun, I want to see what happens if I put this arpeggio on the Ron Swanson thing. That's so funny. So everything in here, I was just gonna, you know, go down the rabbit hole. Wow, you realize how fucking fried that noise is. Look, Mom, no OTT. Well, you realize, whoo, just how fried that noise is. Needs a little less. Ooh. Just need some more. Maybe send the sub direct out. There you go. Dude. Now it really truly exists in the world. It's not like a spirit. Hey, what the fuck is going on here? Why did that happen? Ah. Well, yeah, there's something interesting going on here. For some reason, this shit needs to go away. There we go. That sounds way cooler now. What's this guy? Oh my god. It's like so not cool of a sound. No OTT? Damn, I must have been on some idealistic bullshit. I'm just kidding. Every once in a while, it's great to not use OTT. It reminds you what it was like primordial man, like where you had to fucking like huddle around inside of a cave with no OTT and fucking paint images of people raving on a cave wall with like a piece of charcoal. No, I'm just kidding. We all just use trash to do similar things, right? Or just compressors, multi-band compression. Jesus. Whoa. So this is all stuff that was created using the Less is More pack. And I think I just used, yeah, these sounds up here. Where's the one? Jake Serum. Did I delete it? No. I think that's it. This guy. Just a nice little texture. Every sound, every patch in here was created using. Ah. That one part is so good. This part. This part. I like that little. Ew. It's disgusting. That's good texture to layer over something that's going on, to give it a little, whatever that is. I don't know what that is. Feels crunchy. Yes, I would like to warp, please. Then just like, I just want the texture, you know? So maybe just like high pass it. Just like turn it way down though. I don't know. Could use some EQing maybe to mix it with that taupey sound. Let's help it a little bit. Yo. It needs to be shorter. Maybe it's incidental. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. See, this needs to be like the hook, and then it goes into like some fucking cool sound design shit, you know? I think that's the vibe. So we'll eventually come back to this vocal thing. Those hats are kind of bugging me a little bit. So I make them mono a little bit. Oh shit. I'm supposed to go hiking. Wait a minute. I need to use my phone real quick. Ha ha ha. I'm down. All right, guys, I gotta go. I gotta go hike with Wooly and Jason Ross. They're watching the stream too. So I just want to say thank y'all. Whoops. I just want to say thank you for joining me today. And I'll see you tomorrow. We're going to stream tomorrow at 2 p.m. Pacific time. And if you, for some reason, feel connected to the things that we're talking about and doing on this stream and you're new, come join us in the Discord. Right here. Discord. You can subscribe and become part of our little group. It's pretty cool. Not gonna lie. I mean, honestly, I don't know what the fuck we're doing in there half the time, but this project thing we're doing is fun. We're gonna come up with another one too. So I don't know. I just kind of feel like it's a cool place to do shit, learn about making music, amongst other things. There's a lot of artistic people in there. I don't know. I'm not going to sell it to you too much. If you're already here, check it out. If you came back. Oh, J. Ross. I'm on my way. Oh, tomorrow's Canada Day? So what? Does that mean you can't turn this shit on in the background while you're partying? Come on. You know, I just watched the other day Akira. One of the characters' names is Canada, but it's spelled different. We were just talking about that on Twitter. It's spelled like this, Canada. Not to be confused with Canada. The more you know. We need to have like a dun 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 little animation. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow, okay? So peace. Goodbye.